Buenos dias. Hi everybody, soy Danny. I'm Danny and I am so glad to be with you this morning. This is wrapping up my last in this week on joy. So one of the joys I wanted to share with you today is how to hold a hug in your hands, which is how to make a perfect cup of tea and have a hug for your hands. So my good friend Winnie the Pooh says that a day without a friend is like a pot of honey without a single drop left inside. So I'm gonna light this chalice this morning because it's good to be with you, my friends, this morning, because you fill my pot of honey to the top. So how to make a perfect pot of tea. The first thing you have to do is you have to start to boil water. So I take my teapot and I open it and I fill it with water and then close it and I take it back over to the stove. And we talked about this with poaching eggs. If you're not old enough to safely light the stove, have an adult do it for you, but it's not super hard. Go to light and then on the high. And look at that, it's boiling. I may have pre-boiled the water so you didn't have to sit and watch it. But I thought it was important to show you all the steps. So soon our teapot's gonna give a whistle, and that's gonna tell us that it's done. So while it's getting ready to whistle, whoop, it's ready to whistle, so I gotta turn it off. So while it's whistling and blowing off steam, I've gotta come pick out a tea bag. So since I'm making a pot of honey, I'm gonna choose a pot of tea that I know everybody in my household likes. So I'm going to take out 2 bags of Earl Grey, and they're my last 2 bags, which means that I may have to do some chopping later. And, well, I almost forgot the most important part. Can't forget the honey. Can't forget the honey. It's the most important part for me, at least. So I'm going to take my tea bags, I'm going to open them. Now, some people think that you should take the tea bag string off and cut it. I like to leave it in there because I like to be able to give it a little swirl by the tea bag. It's up to you, to each their own. So I've got some Earl Grey in my teapot. I'm gonna put it down here, and then I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna get my boiling water. Again, it's gonna be really heavy, so if you have little arms, it might be a good idea to have an adult help you with it. Because trust me, you don't want to burn yourself in boiling water. It's no fun. And then I'm going to brew my tea. Now most teas take between 3 and 5 minutes to steep. So Earl Grey is kind of a medium tea, so like 4 minutes. So I'm going to go put my teapot back on the oven because it's still hot. If I don't put it back on the oven, then I put it on something like a trivet or a mat so that it doesn't burn the countertop because it's super hot. Okay? Safety tips. Now, here's the thing. Remember how I said that I think honey is the most important part? Not everybody in my household feels that way. So when I have honey, when I make my tea in my cup, I put honey in. And I don't even measure it because I like honey. Honey makes me happy. And then for my buddies Charlie and Pooh, they also like honey, so they get honey. But Audrey, who is also going to be having the tea, doesn't like it. So we're not going to put any honey in hers. Who doesn't like honey? How weird is that? So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come get out the milk or the soy milk or the cream because some people like that in their tea. Now, I don't love it in my tea, a whole lot of it. I like just a little. Oops, that's enough. And then my friends Charlie and Pooh, apparently bears don't drink soy milk, so they don't get any. But my friend Audrey does, so I'm going to give her a little soy milk. And that's the last of my soy milk, so when I go get my tea, I'm going to have to go get more soy milk too. Hopefully the store has it. And my friend Draco is once again eating his brother's food. It's a Saturday tradition. Naughty dog. So while we're letting our tea steep, I thought we'd talk about how we share joy. So, like I said, I make tea for my household, and it's a way for me to share joy on Saturday mornings and sometimes at night if I do an herbal tea. It makes everybody feel bad. We feel good because it fills our insides up and it makes us warm. And like I said before, it's a hug for your hands. Other ways that we can make people feel good is we can send them letters, or we can call people on the phone, because there's lots of different ways to spread joy. And what I'm really, really interested in is how you're gonna spread joy. I don't know that it's been 3 minutes, but let's give it a shot, because Charlie and Pooh don't really need a really strong amount of tea. So we'll close the lid on our teapot. We'll pour a little tea in for them, just a little bit. Bears don't drink a ton of tea. Really, they're just here to keep me company. I'm gonna stir the tea. What do we think, Charlie? He says it smells very good, but he's gonna let it cool off. So I hope everybody has a wonderful time making their own tea this morning and doing their own Saturday traditions and spreading joy. Remember, you are loved, you are cherished, and you are not alone. I'm gonna extinguish this flame, but the fire lives on in our hearts. Until next time, everybody.